Go! All right. Um, Video 3 for 10Sec2FL. And I'm going to cover position, scale, and transitions used for cuts. And then we'll do the export. And we'll be done. All right. So, um, position and scale. There was something here that I noticed. The scrubber. That one's okay. Everything fits. All right, right, this one. Okay, so we have a problem where we could possibly zoom in to this background image right here to get rid of those gaps on either side. So I want to show you how to do that. That would be scaling a clip, scaling a clip. So it'd be a scaling effect. So I'm going to click on it. Pretty much anything that you do to change the clip is called an effect. In this case, we're going to change the scale. So click on this and we're going to go up to effect controls, and motion is always on there. It's automatic, and so is opacity and this time remapping. Those will always be on every clip without you having to put ultra key or anything else on it, right? So I'm going to twirl open motion, and it gives me a chance to change position and scale here, also rotating. Those three are the big ones, right? So I'm going to go to scale, and it's a scrubby key. See where you have that finger with the arrows on either side? That means you click, hold, and drag in one of those arrow directions, and it will either increase or decrease a value that you're hovered over. So I'm going to click, hold, and it's going to look. I'm not going to look at the number that I'm scrolling to the right on. I'm going to instead look at the preview image, or the image on the right, and I can see as I scrub to the right, it gets bigger. As I scrub to the left, it gets smaller, right? You see that? Okay, so I want to zoom in to where I just get right to the edge on that left and right edge. There. So when I look at the actual value, it looks like I increased, I took the scale to 129%. So I increased it by 29%, or a little less than a third, right? All right, so that takes care of that. Now, not only can I see it better because it's closer, but I can also, it also fits. Sorry, lost my train for a second because I was looking at something else. All right, so now let's see about this guy. This guy, I think I'm good, but it could be scaled up. But I also want to show you, besides scaling here, I have another guy. I better click on this first of all. So the one I'm hovered over is going to be what shows here, right? Wherever the marker's at, wherever the scrubber marker thing is, right? It's going to show this. So I'm going to click on this guy, and you can see my settings now are twirled open for motion. I got my X value, my Y value for my width and height, right? This is width, this is height. On the Cartesian coordinate system, this would be the X value and the Y value, and then and the scale as a percent at 100%. Okay, so yeah, I can click and hold the scrubby key and increase it there like I did on the animated GIF. But I also want to show you something else. So I'm just going to Command Z that and get that back to 100%. And I'm going to click and hold over the X position, and you can see if I go to the left, it moves to the left. If I drag to the right, it moves to the right. So I have control of the position that this clip is in, especially since it's smaller, so I could play around with it there. All right, and then on this other one next to it, it's in the height value, right? Left goes up, right goes down. So that's changing Y. So if I wanted to, I can like put it here, put it down here. Okay. So those are things you could change. Scale, the Y value position, and the X value position. So there we go. Transitions. We're moving right on to transitions. So I'm going to go right down here and or just click on that double arrow there, or the double greater than sign, and I'm going to go down to effects again. And I'm going to now go to this video transitions. Twirl that open. Oh, got to get rid of Alt key up here. Got to delete that. There. Now I can open up video transitions. So there's these categories, presets, and we're going to look at a few of them. So if I use my scrubber and kind of look at my video now, there's some cuts. There's a cut right there. There's another cut there on my video 1, 2, cut there on video 1. So it cuts when you go from one cut to the next. Where that's that point, that position on the timeline where you end one and start the other, right? So got the last frame of the left clip, and now I've got the first frame of the right clip, right? So that's place is a cut, and you could put transitions there. So those transitions are 3D, they're dissolved, they're all these different ones. I want you to take a look at some of them. I'm just going to open up the 3D one because that's always impressive, and I'm going to do the flip over. So to apply one of these transitions, I'm going to click, hold, drag it right over to the cut that I want to put it on and let go. And you can see there that I've got it on. I put it on actually the video 1. So you can see that there's a cut there now. Instead of it just, there's a transition there, right? So if I Command Z that and undo it, you can see it just cuts with, there's no cut. It just goes, oh, there's just basic cut, just a basic cut, no transition. Versus doing the flip over where it's like that. Okay. And Command Z that. I could also maybe do it here. I wouldn't do it there though. Actually, the place I'd put it is between the intro and the beginning of my video. You gotta be careful with these. You can overdo it with video transitions. So you gotta be careful with the video transitions. So I'm gonna do a flip over, and I'm gonna put it right there, right at the end of my intro. Okay, so it's gonna do that. But play around with these different ones. Another good spot would be maybe at the end. You could do a fade to black. I like that one. So that would be a dissolve. So I'm going to collapse the 3D motion and open up dissolve. And the dip to black right here, this one, or cross dissolve. I like cross dissolve here. Let me show you cross dissolve. We'll do a cross dissolve right there in between. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't want to do it on the picture. It does it on the GIF. And it lets me do it on the video. So maybe right on the end of the video there. Let's see what happens. No, I don't think I got it. Let's try to do it again. We put it there. All right. So now, yeah, that's cross dissolve. Okay. Transition from this clip to this clip. And then I can do a dip to black. Click, hold, and drag that to the end. And then it kind of just fades out. Dips to black. All right. And I could dip to black too. I could put the dip to black on me. And now I dip to black. All right. So play around with these. There's lots of categories. These are all industry standard video transitions. But don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. I overdid it on this. You know, really, we just needed that right there. It would have been good enough. But show me that you get how to put these guys on. All right. So that's it. That takes care of the video that we wanted to make here. Covered a lot of stuff. This particular video covered position, scale, and transitions, and talked a little bit about cuts. And anyways, we're going to Command S it to save it. And we're going to add any titles you might want to add now from the other training video. You can put, a title on it. You could put some ending credits on it, whatever you want, right? I'm going to have you do that on your own without the training video because you've done that before. And let's do the export. Just to remind you, we're going to go File, Export, Media. We're going to go make sure we're H.264. We're going to click right on this output name and make sure we're in our 10 seconds folder. and that we call this 10Sec2FL. Then we're going to click Save. Then we're going to come down here and click Export. And it's going to export. And you will have in your 10seconds.fl folder the 10sec2fl.mp4. And that will go on your video page labeled as 10sec2fl next to your 10sec1fl. All right. So, good job if you made it this far. You just earned 4 points for the first one and 2 points for this.